is this thing? Discipline. How barbaric. I have to actually type in the stuff. It needs outdated. I just updated a damn thing like 5 minutes ago. All the doors are opening. Don't tell me. What the hell? That was quick. That was really fast. They sent that like ridiculously fast. 18 nothing's the...
$1,600 broken. 7,000 broken. Temperature 13. 2.6. Altimeter 3016. ILS runways 16 right and 16 left. Approach in use. Departing runways 16 left and 16 center. Simultaneous approaches in use to Seattle Airport and Boeing Field. Traffic will follow you on final. Notice to airmen all aircraft call for push and start. Advise on initial contact. You have information Delta.
Fitting. It's Delta.
Seattle Tacoma International Airport ATIS information Delta 2253 Zulu. Wind 200 at 10. Visibility 10. Light rain. 3,600 scattered. Ceiling 4,600 broken. 7,000 broken. Temperature 13. 2.6. Altimeter 3016. ILS runways 16 right and 16 left. Approach in use. Departing runways 16 left and 16 center.
Oh, that does work. That's nice. So I can switch that. Ground's 121.7. We'll do all that in a little while. Expect 7,000. Get out of here with that. Oh, that's really going to be annoying if that will not go away. Can I turn that off? That's really annoying. I don't know why that's still doing that. Must be some new stuff they set up on the damn... on here. Hey, Dan, what's going on? You flying? You good? You got a PPL? No, I don't have any of that stuff. I'm doing all right. I don't have a PPL. Things are going okay. I haven't flown in probably over a month. How you like 24? What do you mean? Oh, I'm not playing 24. I'm just playing 20. I have it, but I haven't messed with it. This is still just 20. I'm staying with 20 for a while. I'm not really interested. I mean, I might mess with it here and there, but really, to tell you the truth, most of the stuff I like to fly, I still have in 20. So I'm probably just going to stick with that for right now. I don't know if that'll actually work. Best default pushback system has fly-by-wire because you can go forward. I'm still just using the one that comes with what the hell is the damn thing called? GSX. I need to put my flight plan in. All right, Seattle departure. Sure, we'll get 16 left. Summit 2. I guess there's no transition. You got like 5 hours ahead of you, right? Or at least 3. It is 7:46 p.m. on the East Coast. So if you are in, I think it's 4 hours. 4 hours is the what it is right now, since we went ahead an hour about a month ago, something like that. Probably gonna get 2-4 right. That's what I'm gonna set up for. Approach should be the Ironman 2. I'll just put the star Ironman 2. Ironman 2 transition is burger, I believe. Yeah, burger. Ah, crap. I got a squawk, didn't I? 1540. That is under It is under that. Sweet, I did guess right. 15401540. And we'll hit enter. We'll put that in auto. Right now we'll leave everything else fine. Flight ops menu, flight ops plan. Load sheet. Sim brief import. $49,000, so 49.8 will be our block fuel. Block fuel 49.8. Enter. What's our passenger count? I hate when I do that. No, I didn't want to open that. Put that away. 324. So we're going to go for the max. Passenger count 324. How you been doing, Dan? You doing okay? Hope you're doing well. Sorry I haven't been online like at all in the last month. I've just been extremely busy. You know, it's just one of those things. This time of the year, I'm ridiculously busy. Currently trying to find a new job as well. I still am employed at FedEx, but I'm trying to leave. Zero fuel weight should be 382 point. We can just do 383 for zero fuel weight. So that's going to be 383.0. Enter that. Zero fuel weight CG. We don't have that yet because we don't have that number yet. So we'll get that here pretty soon, hopefully. Load sheet. That's what we're on right now. Flight ops. Sim brief imports. Flight number is going to be, we're going to be Delta1206 heavy. Can't really do anything else right now. Replace brakes, replace tires, all kinds of stuff we can mess around. I've not done a full flight in this plane. I've done some takeoffs, just kind of figuring some stuff out, but I've not done anything as far as actually doing a landing. So we're just gonna wing it. Good. I am from I remember you're in Europe, so I really can't complain about that, about you not streaming. So I haven't left FedEx yet. But I'm trying to. I'm tired of getting up at 3 in the morning to go to work. There's a lot of things internally in the company that I'm just tired of. I mean, I've been there almost 12 years. I don't really want to leave, but I kind of feel like it's just time. But that being said, I'm not just going to leave just for the sake of leaving. At least that's the plan. It's just there's a lot of internal things that are going on with the company that I just don't really care for and don't like. And it's not the company when I got hired on, and now I just like I said, I feel like it's just time. It's just time to go. There's a lot of things that I'm not going to go into too much detail about. It's just one of those things where I just feel like a change is in order. And really the primary reason, I'm just tired of getting up at 3 something in the morning to go to work by 4. I'm just tired of it. I have to go to bed so early. You know, during this time of the year, since I'm doing so much stuff with my broadcasting of baseball games and high school sports, that I don't get a lot of sleep. And again, that's something I choose to do. I do get paid to do that on the side as far as, but I'm just tired of it. I feel like it's just, I need a change. And that's just where I'm at. I had a couple of job interviews. I'm hoping to hear back on one of them. One of them looks very promising. Doing a job very similar to I do now. It's being a ramp agent, so I'll be dealing with flight ops with the Boeing Dreamlifter. You know, the 747 LCF, they like to call it, large cargo freighter. So we have a Boeing plant here where I live. They build 787s. And obviously, if you've seen pictures of it, if you're an aviation fanatic like myself, you've seen the Dreamlifter, the modified 747. There are 4 in the world, and typically on a given day, there's 2 or if not 3 of them here on the ground where I live. at the airport. So the company I'm trying to get a job with, they handle the unload and reload operations or anything they need to do with that aircraft. That's all they do. They don't do anything with building the planes. Once the freight is off of that plane, Boeing takes care of it. They just handle the offload and reload or whatever they need to put on it. It's a Monday through Friday gig, which is something I'm definitely interested in looking for. Making about what I make now, if not more. So that's what I'm very hopeful for to get. Not going in as early as I do now. Maybe every now and then I would, but typically it's the earliest I would have to report is 6 a.m., which is perfectly fine by me. So that's what I'm looking at. Now, whether I'm going to get it or not, I don't know. Like I said, I've done 2 interviews with them. That's funny. Oh, that's a British Airways livery. That's kind of funny. I'm pretty sure it's not that. So anyways, that's what's going on right now in my little world. Is there center online or is it offline now? It's offline now. Great. That figures. As soon as I get online to do a flight, everyone goes offline. Good luck. I hope it works out to you. I thank you. I'm hoping it does too. That would be dreadful, I think. I mean, logistics for that would be hard. I'm hopeful. Again, I did an interview with them formally almost a little over 2 weeks ago. And when I talked to the guy, the hiring manager, he basically said, just be patient because I've got like 80 applicants for this position, and I've got to interview probably at least probably a quarter to half of them. He said most of them I can kind of throw out because it's like people just kind of threw resumes out there to see if they can get anything to stick. But he has to go through and interview several people. So I'm going to shoot the guy an email probably tomorrow since I don't work on Mondays. I'm going to send him an email or send somebody an email and hopefully I can hear back pretty soon about this position. So again, very hopeful, but we'll see. But we'll just have to wait and see what happens. I think I gave a great interview. I know my stuff when it comes to doing these kind of operations. I mean, we don't typically do loading operations here in Charleston with our planes for FedEx because typically everything that leaves out of Charleston's empty. We don't have any revenue flights that leave here. Everything is basically offload operations, and that's it. And then the planes leave empty to go to their PM operations area. We don't specifically do a PM launch here with freight. Our freight gets trucked about an hour and a half to 2 hours away, and then it gets put on 2 separate planes. One goes to Indy, one goes to Memphis. Having to do load operations will be a little different and something I'd have to get used to. But they're handling fuselages out of this plane. They're handling wings. They're handling a lot of really expensive multi-million-dollar pieces of equipment. Because here at the Charleston Air Force Base, where the Boeing plane is, it's an assembly. They don't necessarily build anything here. They don't create anything here. The only thing I was told, I believe they manufacture here, I believe, is the tails of the 787. The fuselage, the wings, the engines, all come from different locations around the United States and the world. All they do is here in Charleston is assemble those pieces to make the 787s, which on any given time, there's probably 7 or 8 of them sitting on the ground. There's a flight line of at least, hell, it might be more, it might be 10. Because I saw 2 Etihads, a British Airways, an American Airlines, a Lufthansa. I saw multiple planes on the ground today. So that was pretty cool to see. Now, why is it showing up? I want to get rid of this. Why is it showing up? See, I can't get rid of this. When I click on Discord, it doesn't show up. But when I click off of it, then it shows up on the lift, and I don't want that there. I don't know what the hell. It's just showing my Discord thing, and I don't like that. I can't get rid of it. It's annoying. That's really annoying. All right, safe flight. See you next time. The Phoenix is better. I mean, Phoenix don't have an A350 though. If I'm gonna fly an A350, this is my only option, unless I have X-plane, which I'm probably never gonna fly again. I don't like how that's there. That's really annoying. Like, I really want to get rid of that, but I can't figure out how to do it. How much more people we got to put on this damn thing? We still have 100 people left to put on. God damn it, hurry up. There's an option to change some settings, but I can't figure out where the hell it's at. Is that it? Nope, that's not it. How to do it either. That's really weird. I don't like that. I really want to get rid of that. I don't know. So I can't get that to turn off. It's kind of annoying. It really is. A350 from inibuilds is weak in 2020. In 2024, it's nice, but in 2020, it's missing dynamic feel to it. I want to see computers under the flight deck in 2020. No, they put it only in 2024, those bastards. I mean, I don't really care about going underneath the sea and all that, but I mean, to each his own. All right, cool. Thanks for that, Dan. Thank you. Appreciate that. I'm gonna get that fixed. I mean, maybe I'll download 2024 just to use this plane, but for right now, this is what we're going to stick with. I mean, I like the Phoenix, but again, I can't. Phoenix doesn't have an A350, and I've been waiting for an A350 for a long time, and I'm glad this came out. If we can just hurry up and load the damn plane. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I got it, Dan. Appreciate that, though. Thank you. Discord setting. Yeah, once you said disc, I found it. Just took me a minute. All right, I'm going to go ahead and turn on the APU. Screw it. I'm tired of waiting. I like GSX. I just hate how long sometimes... I mean, I can change how fast it takes to load and unload, and I could have gone faster, but that's just kind of my fault right there. Oh, everything's offline now. That didn't take long. That's so frustrating. It really is. I picked the West Coast because people are online, and now they're all offline, so I guess we might as well go to Unicom 120. I'm just going to go to 122.8. Oh, wait, I'm typing in the wrong area. Everything's offline. That's funny. And frustrating. Happy to help. As always, dude, thanks for hanging out. All right, 22.4. 145, 48. I think we're good. Hey, what's going on, Raph? Yep, we're repping A350. You know, why not? How you doing, bud? Hope you're doing well. You know, just in time for everyone to log off of Vatsim. I guess I don't have to worry about holding at 7,000 now since everyone's offline now. Pretty much do what the hell I want. Sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, may we have your attention please for the safety demonstration?
Yeah.
Even if you're a frequent flyer, we kindly ask that you watch and listen as we go over the important safety features of this aircraft. Welcome aboard this A350 aircraft. Your safety is our top priority.
Safety.
Pay close attention to this important safety briefing. Fasten your seatbelt by inserting the metal tip into the buckle. Listen whenever seated. If the cabin towards you, place it over your nose and mouth and secure it with the elastic band. Breathe normally. Be sure to secure your own mask before assisting others. Your life vest is under or beside your seat.
And if we need that, we are screwed.
Over your head.
Engine 2 now starting. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, it is pretty fun actually pushing back a 757, which I got recently trained to do. So that's pretty fun to do. I mean, if I get this new position working with Boeing, I'll be towing and pushing Dreamlifters. That'd be sick. I mean, I've almost walked out of my job twice in the last, month. That's how bad things are going right now at my job. Disconnect, sluts. I can tell you right now, if you're a wing walker, you're not walking behind this plane. This dude would get yeeted all the way to, like, Tacoma. Or female, whoever that is. The person would get yeeted all the way to Tacoma, at least. If not, Portland. Alright, flaps 1. Auto brakes are armed to RTO. Let's roll. Little 7.6 offload over there, nice. I miss flying the 7.6 from Flight Factor, but I'm not going to reinstall X-Plane 11. Well, I guess I could X-Plane 12, but I don't miss it that much. I don't think I'm going to have to worry about holding at 7,000 now. Alright, flight controls are free and clear. This is a beautiful bird, man. I'm not gonna lie. I've been really, I mean, as much as I've always been a Boeing fan, I really was looking forward to the A350. I really was. This guy's racing me. I mean, our V-speeds are pretty low. They're like 145, 152, something like that. So we'll be off the ground in no time. I was really hoping some people would be online in LAX, but no. You can't even run this plane? Well, considering I bought a new gaming PC about 2 months ago, I better damn well be able to play it. I mean, I got a 4090, liquid-cooled 4090 in this damn computer. It's it's about 2.5 months old. But I haven't done a lot of flight simming. I just haven't really cared about flight simming at all lately, and it's just, I don't know. I mean, I haven't streamed in like a month. I mean, once baseball season for the high school I broadcast is over, I'll probably get back to doing some more streaming. Certainly if I get this new job, or a new job, leaving FedEx, I will definitely start streaming a little bit more because I won't have to go to bed so damn early. That's the goal. I'm hoping to hear back about this new job, hopefully this week. You're working on a new job too? Dude, everyone wants to work on a new job. I about walked out twice in the last month. I actually was going in to tell my manager I'm leaving, but he talked me out of it. Yeah, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of where I work. It's not necessarily the job I have. It's just I'm tired of getting up so damn early 4 times a week. I have to get up at 3:25 in the morning. I have to be at the airport at 4. And literally our first plane is on the ground at 4:30. We're having to unload an ATR-72, which it can range anywhere between 2,200 to 5,000 pounds, which 2,200 doesn't take, it's barely 2 containers, if that. It's like more like a container and a half, or like 1 really full container if we're really good at stacking it. But it's just the whole, like if my job was only the flight ops and not having to worry about doing deliveries, I probably wouldn't go anywhere. I probably wouldn't go, but I'm so tired of getting up so early. That's just, I'm tired of it. I've been doing this job for almost a year and a half. The company's going into the toilet. I'm done. I'm mentally done. And a lot of people are too. And if you'd have told me that 6 years ago, I said, no way. There's no way in hell I'd be leaving. Because I'm coming up on 12 years. And it's tough to want to leave a job that you've been at for so long. And it's been mostly pretty good to me. But since I took this ramp agent job, the first year of it was not that bad. But lately, the last few months, I'm ready to go. Yeah, I get up at 5:30. At 5:30, I'm in the middle of doing a second plane. I see somebody coming in, but I hope they're not landing on 116 left. I got plenty of time. Traffic, that's what I want to see. Well, he's not showing up. Whatever. I mean, I'll be gone way before he gets to me anyway. Coming up on V1.
V1.
Look at that, already off the ground. Positive right gear up. Choose that yet, that's right. He was landing on 16 right anyway. just go direct. And we're just going to go ahead and go up to our cruising altitude of 41,000. Something I don't get to say very often. Alright, wing lights will come off. Taxi lights to off. Alright, cool. On our way. Got Renton Field right here, Boeing Field, and SeaTac. That guy following me? Oh, I swore I saw another plane back there. I was kind of messing with my eyes. Yeah, I do see one right there. I don't see him now, though. Weird. Screw it. Ladies and gentlemen from the flight deck, we just want to let you know to look out the left windows. You can see our very nice wing just flexing, bro. I can't believe it's been a year since I've been to this airport. I mean, was it last May? It was last May. It's been almost a year since I went to Seattle. How the hell has it been almost a year? How? What in the hell? How has it been almost a year? Finn's almost done with his first year of college. I just don't get it. What the hell? Why is time being stupid? I had a great time. You know, unfortunately, I was a little under the weather. I was just getting over like a cold. My fiance was not feeling very well. She, you know, was a trooper. The first day we got there, the weather was pretty cool. It was overcast. Shocker. We went to a Mariners game. We had a great time. We went and checked out the Space Needle. You know, did all the stuff in downtown Seattle. The next day, we met up with Finn, Captain PJs, as most people probably know him on Discord or whatever. But met up with Finn, and we got to go flying in his plane. We took off out of Renton, flew all around the northern edge of Seattle, flew over to Mount Rainier, got within probably 2 or 3 miles of Mount Rainier at about 6,000 feet. I got to take the controls for a while, which was fun. You know, it was kind of funny when I was flying and he was just kind of looking. He was like, I don't get to do this very often. I get to be a passenger. I was like, yeah, I bet. So, I mean, I got to take the controls for about probably about a third of the flight, maybe. I wouldn't say half. Got some great pictures of Mount Rainier. Could see Mount St. Helens in the distance. We were in the air for about an hour. Then we landed. We had dinner. We hung out. You know, it's finally nice to be able to meet somebody that you see online all the time. And then, you know, went back to the hotel. He went home. The next day, we went to the Boeing Flight Museum at Boeing Field. The thing opens at like 9 a.m. and it closes, I think, at 6 p.m. or 5 p.m. And we stayed the entire freaking time. Entire time. We spent 7 or 8 hours in that place. And then we plane spotted for another 2 hours afterwards because the departures at a SeaTac were basically flying right over our head. And then you can see arrivals and departures coming into Boeing Field. And then the final day we spent there, we went to Everett to go tour the Boeing facility, which was insane. Just huge. It's a great place. Grabbed some pizza in downtown Everett, and then that was our trip. It was a great trip. We had a lot of fun. It was probably one of the most fun trips I ever had, flying across the country and And I don't get to do that. So that was really cool. My ground spoilers are still armed. I don't need to have those armed. Turn those off. Oh, look. Vancouver approaches online. Yay.
Hello.
Oh, there he is.
Is this your car?
Is this your car?
I mean, I did get a new car, so I did get a new car. I did get a new car, so it is still my car.
Oh, you got a new car.
I do. I traded in the Charger.
No, oh, you did. That's right.
Yeah.
I did see that post on Facebook
Yeah.
on the Book of Face.
The Book of Face. Yep, I got a 2021 Chevy Blazer RS. All black like my Charger.
Those things are cool.
Oh, they're fun.
The Urs.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you right now, those fucking breakfast burritos I just ate slap. Holy shit!
What from where'd you get it?
I made it.
Oh, I thought you ordered it. I thought you ordered it. My bad, because I was like, what? Did you go to Scooters? Did you go to Scooters Coffee?
No, I did. So I did some Gordon Ramsay scrambled eggs. All right.
Okay. All right.
Salt S&P. You know, a little S&P on it. All right. Threw some green onion in it. Stirred it all up. Got some of the bottled, refrigerated, mild Taco Bell sauce. Put that shit in there to zest it up a little bit. Put it on a tortilla. Topped it with salsa. Bam.
He had a foodgasm.
That shit slapped.
How you guys been doing? It's been a long time no talk. Hope you guys are doing well.
Doing very good.
Good.
We're watching the
Watching
WrestleMania.
WrestleMania right now.
Nice. I ain't done much today. We did watch
Carlito.
Devils Canes. That was a bloodbath for the Devils.
Yeah, Ari was not too happy.
That was a rough showing. I mean, when you get a couple guys injured, but that was a rough showing. But the Canes are ridiculously good at home anyway, so.
Yeah, they are. I have to wait till Tuesday for the fucking Panthers, dude. It's nuts.
That's when game one for that series is?
Oh my god. What the fuck just happened? Jesus.
Carlito's dead. Dude, Pat McAfee is a one of the TV announcers for WWE now.
Oh god.
And it's so fucking funny, bro.
How's the world of piloting going so far, Rich? How's things going in your world, sir?
Boring.
Boring? Yeah.
You know, just the same old monotonous stuff. Got to fly the Pilatus the past couple of days, though, so that was fun.
Ugh, I'd love to join you on one of those.
Oh.
I got my I called out from work last Saturday to go to the Masters, and so I go back to work on Tuesday, and my manager was like, "Do you feel okay? Everything okay?" I go, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "Well, I saw you called out Saturday." I looked him dead in the face. I said, "I went to the fucking Masters, bro." I was like, "I felt fantastic." He's all like, "Well, you know I can write you up for that." I said, "Go ahead. I could care less." I'll take that trade every day.
No fucking shot.
Wow.
Hold on, I think I'm gonna stream this from mine. Okay? So we're gonna
Okay.
switch over to me, alright? Because it's being stupid.
I had noticed a few times it had a bit of a stutter.
Yeah, hold on.
Is that St. Helens below me? I think it is. Yes, it is.
so you guys can switch.
Doing the like celebrities in the crowd, sit behind somebody. His kid, his wife.
All right, you can switch.
Who departed?
You
Oh.
what?
The bot.
It's brought to you by Dude Wipes.
Rich, I went to game 2 of the Stingrays last night, man. They're pretty good this year.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that too.
They
Yeah.
tried to blow it, though.
Did they?
They were up 3-1 with 2 minutes left, gave up 2 goals within 45 seconds of each other to tie it. And then, what are the defensemen for the Rays? Game winner, like 2:06 into overtime. There's a decent crowd there last night. It was like about 6,000. Or it was like 5,500, 6,000. It's not terrible. Hey, Dr. John, what's going on? Hope you're doing well. What's up, Pushback? Not much, man. Just doing some old flying like we used to do a long time ago, all the time. Used to do mostly flying all the time. But, we've been playing a lot of sea power, naval combat in the missile age. I don't know, the A350 dropped, I don't know how long ago, and I've been wanting to mess around with it. So here we are, doing a little flight from Seattle to LA. There was controllers on Vatsim, but they all seem to log off, so I'm just kind of chilling out right now all by my lonesome. Ain't a whole lot, there's no controllers, no nothing really online, which is kind of disappointing. I was really hoping some guys would be online, but unfortunately no, because when I logged on, like the entire West Coast was lit up on Vatsim, and now it's dead. So I was trying to get a little ATC, but we didn't get any. It's okay though. We're still gonna finish the flight. We've got roughly hour and 37 minutes roughly until we land in LAX. I think I might need a drink. Slowly climbing to our cruise altitude of 41,000 feet. That's the cool thing about this plane. We can cruise at altitudes like that. It's not like flying a 7.3 or even a A320. This thing can get up to the 40s. 777, I believe, can get up to the 40s as well, but it's a cool plane. I mean, so apparently, from what I've understand, it runs better in Microsoft 2024 than 2020. I have 2024, I just have not installed it. Since switching over to my new gaming computer about 2 months ago, I've been kind of slack in installing that. Because this time of the year I'm really busy doing broadcasts from my local high school that I graduated at 25 years ago. I'm the radio play-by-play voice for baseball and football, so this time of the year I'm constantly doing baseball games and having to deal with work, so I haven't really had any time to stream at all. And even if I've had time to stream, I've just been so tired that I haven't really wanted to. Just been dead tired. So, but other than that, not much going on. Just wanted to get one of these flights in just because I wanted to try out this plane and check it out. And so far, it's I think it looks gorgeous. Camera angles and all the stuff. I enjoy the plane. I think it's cool. But from what I understand, it seems to be better on 24 than 20. So we may I may have to upload it or and reinstall 2024 and check it out to see how it is, just to see if that's true or not. But I don't know. I don't know.
By looking at that profile,
No. It's not like that's they're
The
putting a generic
profile.
back there. They're putting a generic picture back there. They're not putting the actual person back there.
looking at this is what you want me to guess. Looking at the
Right.
profile, it looks like what's his name? Oh, he's a
Describe him.
tag team. Slick hair.
Tag team slick hair?
No, like he's got slick, like short, and he kind of like slicks his hair back. He's on a tag team. I want to say it was NXT a lot. It's like right there. I know I'm going to say the wrong one because it's not the one that I'm thinking, or the one that I want to say. It's either the guy from Gunther's group or the other group that fought Gunther's group.
3, 2.
What the fuck is that group's name? If it's who I think it is, I'll say it's who I thought it was. Can't remember his fucking name. Like I see his face, but I can't think of his name.
So some are saying Rusev. Some are saying Big E.
Luis Arias has been transported to Houston Methodist Hospital for further evaluation. He's currently stable, conscious, responsive, and able to move his extremities.
Who?
So am I.
Luis Arias?
What happened to him?
I said like 30 minutes ago he got like absolutely bulldozed by Mauricio Dubon.
I wasn't. I wasn't paying attention. Or I wasn't hearing.
Well, they're saying it's potentially Rusev because they announced that he was returning from AEW to come back to the WWE.
See that?
Remember Rusev, the one who had the Russian wife Lana,
Yeah,
the Bulgarian guy? Yeah.
I was thinking Johnny Gargano. That's what I was thinking.
I don't know who that is.
DIY with Tomas Tampa. The bald guy with the beard. And kind of got like pointy ears. Or Ludwig Kaiser, the other guy I was thinking.
Not Kaiser. No way. Kaiser doesn't deserve a match with Orton at Orton's 20th WrestleMania.
Well, he said it's
Kaiser
an open invitation.
It is, but still, they're gonna make it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's just by looking at that silhouette. Those are like the head shapes and ear shapes that I saw.
I mean, but for me, the silhouettes never match up to who they're actually facing.
Find out right here. Who's it going to be? Who's getting their veins punched in?
Of course, it's not dark enough to do the. Actually, no. If the Undertaker comes out on the motorcycle, it would be different.
Yeah.
They're not gonna drop. They can't drop the lights for the dead man. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, they can't black it out like they should with
yeah,
the
they
dead
can't black
man.
it out. They'd have to be on the motorcycle if he's coming out.
Dead man walking.
place is rocking.
They do it at the stadium where the Raiders play.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the Legion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It's two
couldn't-
nights. It was 2 nights. They had it.
Oh,
they did
God.
The first night, last night, tonight. It's like over 65,000 people each night.
Jesus.
Yeah, of course, this is probably
I
complete
think
bogus,
they're
but
gonna have more. I think there's gonna be more people here tonight than there were last night.
Well,
They
I
had
was
like
gonna say it's probably
60
more.
They had like 62,000 last night. I think they're gonna probably be closer to 70 tonight.
What's the capacity of that stadium?
Well, I don't know, but they probably put more seats in on the floor tonight.
Yeah, I would imagine
Yeah.
so, but
I was gonna say they probably have more people here last night and tonight than they did the entire Raider season.
I don't know, man. NFL fans will travel no matter what. I mean, they'll go to games regardless, unless it's Jacksonville.
Problem is, everyone going to the Raiders games aren't Raiders fans.
Oh, but
They're not.
Yeah, they put that table back together quick.
I ran into Trevor Lawrence at the Masters.
Really?
Yeah, that guy's huge. He's easy. He was the easiest person to spot though in the crowd. It was like, oh look, there's Sunshine.
Yeah.
He was like looked over my way. I said, hey man, go Tigers. He just kind of looked back and said, yeah, go Tigers. I was like, that's awesome. And his little like badge, all it said was guest.
Hold on. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Are we still climbing? Yes, we are. Shit, we're still climbing. Got really cloudy really fast.
Who the fuck is this?
Joe
Oh,
Hendricks.
Joe Hendricks.
From TNA. He respects it.
What is TNA?
It's another wrestling division. It's like the new. It's like NXT's. Well, it's not NXT belongs to WWE. TNA and AEW are the other two like rivalry wrestling programs. But they're all intertwined to some extent. But he's the
Right.
champion in TNA.
And he always seems to pop up around WrestleMania just randomly.
Yeah.
Here recently. I just yeeted.
Yeet.
That was a funny sign.
love hearing the word yeet. Just makes me laugh. Oh, God.
Yeet.
Yeet!
Jey Uso had his match last night. He won, by the way.
Rich, I'm going to send you something on Instagram. Watch this video of Pete Alonso trying to leg out a triple. It's hilarious. Just scroll over to the second video of it. It's so funny when he rounds second, heading for third.
When he rounds second, yes.
Oh, Pete Alonso? It's majestic.
I love the next video. It's just showing a lizard running on its 2 feet, like running just... Oh, God, that's so funny. Oh, that's hilarious. That's good. I need a good laugh like that. That's funny stuff. It's like
First thing I thought when I saw it.
speed. It's like speed waddling. That's what it is. Speed waddling. If there's ever such a thing. He'd probably run faster if his legs didn't flare out to the side so fast. Oh, God.
He's the first.
I can't.
He's a first baseman, and all he ever does is hit home runs. So he doesn't run very much.
I mean, coming from a first baseman who never hits home runs, I'll still agree to that statement.
Yes.
My last
when I played first base. I couldn't hit for shit. I agreed to that statement.
my last triple was like 1998.
My last triple, I needed a gas. I needed an oxygen mask.
God. My mom was on the phone with my dad, and she's like, because I'm a junior, my dad was a senior, so she's like, Junior's rounding first, head for second. Wait, he's still going for third. What the hell is he doing? Holy shit, he got a triple.
I think the last time I legged out a triple, granted, it's been like years and years and years that I played. The last time I legged out a triple, I had to call time with my hands on my knees to just breathe for a second. I just couldn't fucking breathe.
The last time I legged out a triple was in MLB The Show.
With my created character.
Exactly.
I hit a triple today with David Ortiz in MLB The Show.
Oh my
I was
God.
At Polo Grounds.
That game, oh yeah, that's because the Polo Grounds is like 900 feet from home plate to whatever. So.
That's better. Hey, it's only like 220 right to the corner.
It's yeah. Well, I guarantee it wasn't to the corner. It's like
50, and it's 485 to the center field wall.
you might as well be in a different zip code in center field. That's good.
All you got to do is put it into the gap towards the bullpens. It's an inside the park home run.
Dude, you could walk around to third, and it could be walking and still make a triple. It's like, oh, he's rounding, heading for third. Man, he's really walking it out pretty fast.
Oh no! Oh no!
Put on my broadcaster hat right
Well,
now.
that was quick. That was unbelievably quick.
That's what she said. Ugh.
The guy dressed like Macho Man on the left right there. The Macho Man.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
What was that movie they did in the 90s where he was
Position that I'd rather not be in.
What was that movie they did? It was in the late 90s. It was like a spoof of wrestling or something. It had like David Arquette in it and Scott Conn, I think. What the hell was that? I can't remember the name of that movie. Was Jack Black in it too? No. Oh no, it was Diamond Dallas Page. That's who was in it. My bad. It was Diamond Dallas Page. I can't remember the name of that movie. Wait, didn't Randy Savage play? He played in the original Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire. Didn't he play the guy he had to fight in the ring? I think I think that's what I'm thinking of. I'm glad you are coming with me on that one.
I think Hendry's dead.
He might
Did we just see this? What just happened? I'm confused.
He picked him back up, congratulated him on being here at Mania, saluted him to the crowd and this and that, and then out of nowhere just...
RKO'd him again.
Oh God.
What in the hell?
What does Jelly Roll have a big cheese sign?
Jelly Roll sang America the Beautiful last night.
Yeah, I saw that. Someone looks just like him in the background. Was had a big sign that
Might
said
have
big
been,
cheese.
it might have been him.
Hey, Rich, check this out. The River Dogs accomplished a pretty impressive feat last night.
What, they lose again?
No, they won 1-0 and was no hit.
They won 1-0 and they got no hit?
They had no hits. Their line score, 1 run, no hits, no errors.
That's a hell of a lot of walks.
No, probably just a walk, a stolen base, and an error. That's probably all. That's all you need. All you have to do is run's got to score in any error. It doesn't matter. Hickory had the only 4 hits of the game. They had no runs, 4 hits, and 2 errors. Yeah, it's a pretty good. That's tough to do.
Money in the Bank, LA, June 7th.
The Chicago White Sox, the worst team to ever attempt to play the sport of baseball, have accumulated 60% of their victories against the Boston Red Sox this season. Just the wording on that was just the worst team to ever attempt the sport of baseball.
I saw a funny meme. It was about the White Sox, and it said they just built the first ever suites that have walls around, so you don't actually have to watch the team while at the game.
You see the memes that came out of that that milkshake they made?
That was the Intuit Dome.
No, I didn't see any of those.
It's a new play. That's what the Clippers play now.
Yeah.
So Ralph, so they made it was like a celebrate their 125th year. So it's got like
Mm-hmm.
confetti cake pieces on it, or like sprinkles.
Yeah.
It's basically like a cake milkshake type thing.
Okay.
They put 125 on the
banger.
cup. They put 125 on the cup for their 125th year. Somebody goes, well, it was
Is that how many losses they're gonna have? Yeah.
Yeah.
How many that should have been the number over under that 125.5 for the cup. I'll take the over, please. I mean, God, you lose 120 something game. 120. What did they have last year? I don't remember. Wasn't it like 100? How many?
121, and it was the MLB record for the worst team in baseball history.
Can you imagine going to the ballpark every day knowing that you have like practically zero chance to win?
Can you imagine going to the ballpark knowing you might be one of those 40 wins they have?
Jeez. No, I can imagine just being a
For the other
player.
team.
I couldn't imagine just being a player. They're going there every day like, well, when's our next scheduled defeat? Oh, yeah, tomorrow night against the same team.
Well, I was thinking, could you imagine, being a player for one of the teams that has one of the 40 wins against them?
I know they took 2 out of 3 from the Braves last year, so I was like, but that was like in April when, you weren't going to think they were going to be a 121 loss team. There are 21 losses. Jesus Christ. That's funny.
And then they're looking at shopping the only good people they did have.
Yeah, I know, right?
They got rid of Crochet. They've been shopping Louise Robert for eternity, but they want basically the entire farm system. He's not worth the entire farm.
Imagine, yeah, you're trying to trade guys on that team. You're like, do you have any bargaining chips? Well, I don't know, not really. We can trade you this beer vendor and a ticket collector for maybe someone to be named later.
I have Louise Robert Jr. and the Campfire Cup from last year. That's the best I could do.
Yeah.
I need 4 prospects, please. 4 of your best prospects.
It's like that scene in Moneyball where he's like, soda. I want my machines filled for 2 years. I want that part of the deal. Great movie, by the way.
Had a video that was like a perfect description of all 30 MLB fan bases. It was beautiful.
I'm sure the Braves ones features somebody eating Waffle House while talking about the team.
Hang on, let me. If you go to my stream, I can play it real quick.
Hold on.
History.
All right, go ahead.
All right, it's if you want to watch every team, it's 20 minutes long.
Oh God, just get me
Go to the Braves.
Just get me to the Braves one. That's all I really need to see.
All right, the Mariners one's fucking hilarious too. And actually, I can touch all of ours: the Phillies, Yankees, Mariners, Braves, real quick.
You take it easy on touching everything, okay? You just calm down over there. I can't hear it.
Can't hear it.
No, it's not.
Try to unmute the stream.
Yeah, I did. That's a YouTube video?
Yeah.
I can find it. Hold on. I can find it.
Yeah. Try now.
I already just closed out. Hold on. Let me open it back up. I think it's my end. It's my end, not your end. I'll just find it on. I'll find it on YouTube. No worries.
Okay, it's a minute 29 in. Here, I'll send it.
All right, that's fine. I get it. I got it.
Here we go.
All right, I got it. I found it.
The Arizona Diamondbacks. D-backs fans are like technically real. They exist.
Technically real. Oh, that's good about that.
Something inside the fans will command.
All right, here we go.
Still believe in green and gold and still hold on to whatever's left of
He's
the
such a bitch.
When the A's left, something inside the fans broke. The Atlanta Braves. Braves fans live by 2 simple commandments. The Mets and the Phillies. Those are the only laws you need to follow. The fan base has 2 sides.
That's
The
pretty
old heads
accurate.
Still polishing those 90s NL East banners like they're heirlooms, and the new wave that is just obsessed with Ronald Acuna Jr. But they do have receipts. 14 straight division titles at one point, 2 World Series in the last 30 years, about 10 World Series losses, and a roster full of guys who can contend for the MVP or the Cy Young. They treat Alex Anthopoulos like he's a wizard, and they're not really wrong.
Talk
Arguably
about
the
those
best
seats.
GM
Those
in
are fucking
baseball.
sick.
And Truist Park
Yeah.
is like SEC tailgate energy kind of with a baseball game. And the tomahawk chop might be controversial, but in Atlanta, it's not leaving. They love Matt Olson, but Freddie Freeman will always be their true love at first base. And if they lose, it was 100% Brian Snitker's fault. The Baltimore Orioles. The
I'd say
same
3/4 of that is probably accurate about the Braves.
year after year of sadness.
What was not accurate?
As good as they were.
Hold on. I mean, personally, I don't think every loss is Snitker's fault, but even some people think it is, but I don't think it is. Yeah, most of it's pretty accurate, though, I'd say. I mean, I would fall out of I wouldn't be I love Acuna. I mean, I like Acuna, but I'm not, like, gonna go crazy over him. But the whole Olsen Freeman thing is pretty accurate. That's really funny.
Let's see. 1404 is the Phillies.
But they do have receipts.
I love the beginning of that. The Braves live by two laws: fuck the Phillies and fuck the Mets.
Yes.
That's
1634 is the Mariners.
see if Harper was still on the Nationals, then it would probably say all three teams.
Oh, you hate him that much?
A lot of Braves fans do. I think he's a great player, but I again, being a rival, no, I can't stand him. Now if he's on my team, I'd love him, but no, I mean, as a Phillies fan, are you gonna love Acuna and all those guys? You know, you're gonna say fuck them too. So it goes either way. It's fine. Now, are they talented, great players? Absolutely. I'll 100% say that.
And dramatic, but they show up. No fan base expects more, and no fan base reminds you of it
I think the
more.
one Braves player I really mind is
Philadelphia
Ozzy.
Phillies.
I actually like Ozzy a lot.
It's hard not to
The
like
fish
him.
man.
It's hard not to like him just because he just looks like he's a kid out there having fun. There was a funny video a couple years ago. Remember how, each team does this crazy home run celebration? And
Yeah.
the Braves used this giant hat. It was like a huge MLB hat with a Braves logo. New Era eventually told them, please stop doing that because they're like, we want our hats to be official, whatever. But Ozzy hits a home run, and he, swear to God, he runs out of the end of the dugout with this giant hat on, and he looks like something from Backyard Baseball. It just looked hilarious watching him running around in this dugout with this giant hat, looking like a 5-year-old, like he just hit his first T-ball home run. It was hilarious.
Phillies fans will boo your mom and your dog if you strike out with runners on
Gainesville,
base.
Georgia. I was
They
just there the
demand
other day.
effort, passion, and ideally a little blood. They still reminisce about 2008 with Rollins, Howard, and Utley, but Mike Schmidt is gone. Citizens Bank Park is hostile, and when the vibes are right, it's one of the best environments in sports. Right now,
That whole
they're
video is
nervous
a great
because
watch,
Harper,
though,
Schwarber,
Ralph.
and Wheeler aren't getting.
I'm
any
watching
younger,
bits and pieces of it, yeah.
Closing without a World Series win yet, but for all the yelling and panic, they still love their team with everything they've got. The Pittsburgh Pirates.
That is probably one of the better That's pretty accurate. The Phillies fans will boo your mother and your dog if you strike out. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty funny. I'll admit that's pretty good. I have to watch the Yankees one. I gotta watch that one next. That's
Toxic.
Yeah, the Yankees one, if I
They
remember, is
do
pretty
hate
good.
the
The
Yankees.
Astros one's
The New York
good.
Mets.
Oh, let me watch the
Good.
Mets one. Here we go.
But now they have
Yeah,
perhaps
Mets,
one of the best owners in all of sports. They have some of the most ridiculous
the Angels one was
collapses
pretty
in
funny
baseball
too, if I
history,
remember right.
and they'll talk about it like they're war stories. Their most famous fan is Jerry Seinfeld. They still think David Wright deserved better, and they act like 1986 happened last week. Citi Field is electric when they're rolling, though. They hate the Phillies, despise the Braves.
The Diamondbacks
insist
one was
they're
funny.
now
It's
the
like-
top baseball franchise.
They're technically
They'll-
fans, but
they'll complain nonstop. But if
They're
you talk
technically
trash
fans.
about the
It's
Mets,
a
it's
Chase
go
Field,
time.
which kind of
They're
feels
loud
like
and
it's
internally cursed, but they wear
an
it like a
airport
badge of
Chili's with a
honor.
baseball field inside of it.
New
Yes.
York Yankees. They will bring up 27 rings in a conversation about anything. They're the most hated fan base in baseball. They worship Ruth, Gehrig, Mantle, and now Judge, in that exact order. And don't you dare suggest Derek Jeter wasn't actually that good. Every season is World Series or bust, and most of them lately end in bust. But that doesn't stop their ego. They'll boo their own players in April. They'll demand a superstar be traded in May. But come October, they're locked in. They hate the Red Sox, pat the Mets on the head, even though they won't admit they're pissed about Juan Soto. And they
That's-
genuinely think
that's-
baseball should revolve around them.
That's
The
good.
second a player puts on pinstripes,
What's that? Which one?
This is gonna be
either becomes a
great.
legend or a
Now you're
savior.
talking about they pat the
Say what
Mets
you
on the
want,
head.
They're delusional and dramatic, but they show up. No fan base expects more.
Yeah, can you
and
stream
no
your
fan
view? I
base
wanna
reminds
watch.
you of
I wanna watch it with you.
The Philadelphia
I'm kind of.
Phillies.
Hold on.
Phillies fans will
Okay.
boo your mom and your dog if you strike out with runners on base. They demand effort, passion, and ideally a little blood. They still reminisce about 2008 with Rollins, Howard, and Utley, but Mike Schmidt is gone.
There we go. Yeah.
Citizens Bank Park is hostile, and when the vibes are right, it's one of the best environments in sports. Right now, they're nervous because Harper, Schwarber, and Wheeler aren't getting any younger, and the window's closing without a World Series win yet. But for all the yelling and panic, they still love their team with everything they've got. The Pittsburgh Pirates. PNC Park is unreal. Most people
I wanna go to that
consider it the
ballpark.
best setting in Major League Baseball. And the history is rich, but the product on the field is usually depressing. They've been living at the bottom of the NL Central for a while now, and despite having a couple young stars, ownership is not willing to spend. They're proud of the idea of Pirates baseball. Clemente, Stargell, Bonds, McCutcheon, even if the modern version feels like a low-budget reboot. They root for the Pirates with a deeply ingrained cynicism.
I feel bad for
San Diego
Pirates fans. I
Padres.
kind of do. I'm gonna see the Reds. I gotta look at the Red Sox one. I gotta watch that one.
Okay.
Immediate
Okay.
rage blackout.
I think it was Giant. I think it was Padres.
You can clown ownership,
Here it is.
but don't talk
Or
down
maybe
on
it's
the fan
Padres.
base. They stuck it out through hell, and now they want you to know that they've arrived. The Boston Red Sox. Old heads still walk around with 1986 PTSD, even though they've won 4 titles this century. They hate the Yankees so much, it's basically their whole personality. If you bring up 1978 or Aaron Boone, immediate rage blackout. They're emotional, loyal, and absolutely unhinged. It's Boston sports. They'll trash their own players for months and then cry when they leave. They're also a bit prone to overreaction. If they win a series in April, it's time for a parade. Fenway Park is their church. They'll defend that place with their lives, even though the seats were built for people from the Renaissance era. You say
That's
anything
100%
bad about
accurate.
David Ortiz, you might get
Yeah.
punched. Say
Yep.
something bad about Mookie Betts, and, well, they still haven't gotten over that. The Chicago Cubs.
Oh, this ought to be a
Cubs
good one.
fans used to be lovable losers. Now some people might not consider them either one of those things. 2016 was the most important year in human history in their eyes. Over a century, their whole identity was trauma. Now it's nostalgia for a team that actually won something. They still pack Wrigley every day like it's a religious ritual. Half the crowd is drunk by the 3rd inning.
100%.
Even when the team's mid, they vibe. Day games, Ivy, old-style beer, and stories about Ernie Banks like he was their uncle. They're sentimental to a fault. You also can't say anything bad about Chris Bryant or Anthony Rizzo without a 10-minute lecture. And they used to want to kill Steve Bartman, but now he's forgiven. And when you bring up the White Sox,
Sorta
they'll just
forgiven.
laugh like you said something silly. But the Cardinals do own real estate in their head. It's been nearly a decade since their World Series win, so they're starting to get antsy. The Chicago White Sox. The drunkest fan
There's
base in
another one.
baseball. Can you blame them? They've got this constant...
Cleveland. I want to see
Don't get them
Cleveland's.
to go absolutely feral, and for good reason. The Cleveland Guardians. Their last 3 decades are riddled with playoff appearances and some legit runs. They don't get the national love, they don't get the payroll, and they definitely don't get over 2016.
Absolutely not.
Game 7 still haunts them. They were this close to ending a drought that's older than most of their grandparents. And then Rajay Davis hit a miracle homer just to lose anyway. They've had some filthy players in their history. Albert Bell, Jim Thome, Kenny Lofton, even Manny Ramirez as a youngster.
They should have won it in
Davis'
97.
Success is built upon somehow turning high-floor, low-upside pitchers into aces and turning little Jose Ramirez into an MVP-caliber slugger. The front office also holds this cool annual tradition where they trade away their best player before they have to pay them. But through all the cheapness, missed opportunities, and broken dreams, they keep coming back because the Browns don't give them the happiness they need. The Colorado Rockies. Rockies fans
Go to
are in a
the,
toxic
go to the Mariners, like
relationship with a
16
team
something, I
doesn't
think.
even produce
Where's that one at?
They've got one of the most beautiful stadiums in sports.
Hold on.
There to ever live.
Here it is. I got it.
Yeah, right behind the Giants. There you go.
Mariners fans are fueled almost entirely by pain. The franchise has more ruptured testicles than World Series appearances. They're the only franchise to never make the World Series despite having the Major League record with 116 wins in the season. They recently ended a 22-year playoff drought just to get swept in the ALDS. They've seen some of the best players of all time come and go in their prime. Randy Johnson, Ken Griffey Jr., Alex Rodriguez, Jared Kelnick. At least they got all
Wait,
of Ichiro's good years.
Kelnick? I wouldn't put Kelnick in that list.
Because ownership wants the Mariners
It was
to
a-
be
it
good,
was a
but
yoke.
not so
God,
good
I hope
that
so.
they have to spend. Just good enough to tease fans into thinking they have a chance. And with an all-time rotation on the cheap right now, they're executing that perfectly. Fans are split on Jerry Dipoto. T-Mobile Park is a sleeper pick for the best atmosphere when it's rocking.
I like
Fans have been through so
T-Mobile.
much, They treat meaningful September
Yeah.
baseball like a holiday. The St. Louis Cardinals.
Another
Cardinals
baseball
fans have heard it
royalty.
all. Some say they're the best fans in baseball. Some say too classy, too smug. But say what you want.
Are you
they
enjoying
show
Jared
up
Kelenic?
Every night, every year.
He's played pretty well for the Braves. I'm not going to lie.
Team struggling. They cheer hustle
I saw
plays
his
that don't
oopsie
affect the score.
yesterday.
And yes, they once gave Albert Pujols a curtain call for homering against them. Who else does that? This is not a bandwagon fan base. They've got 11 rings, the second most
The
in
thing with
baseball.
Kelenic is
Their
he'd have
history is a
like
scroll of
he'd be
legends,
ass,
Stan
and then
Musial,
with a
Bob
side of
Gibson,
ass.
Lou Brock, Ozzie
Then he'll
Smith,
turn it up for like 2
They
weeks to
expect
save his
Yeah.
ass, and then he'll be
Yeah.
ass again.
Effort, and most years.
Oh,
they
Tampa's
expect
ought to be
the
fun.
postseason. Since 2000, the Cardinals have been as relevant as nearly any franchise in baseball. Although right now they're one of the most poorly run franchises in baseball. But the uniforms are timeless. And maybe the fans do care a little too much about doing things the right way. But if you want a fan base that actually shows up, knows the game, and treats it with respect, it's hard to top St. Louis.
That's 100%
Tampa
accurate.
Bay Rays. They're one of the best run teams in baseball with one of the worst stadiums on earth. Tropicana Field feels like baseball in a vacuum-sealed warehouse. And now they're not even playing there because it doesn't have a roof. Their front office pulls off witchcraft every season, turning unknown pitchers into all-stars and winning 90-plus games with a low payroll. But the fan base is complicated. There are real fans, and they're smart as hell.
Yeah, there's like 12 of them.
Huge numbers for a number of different reasons. They're in a constant battle with their owner about whether they'll get a new stadium or be in St. Petersburg long term. They love nothing more than punking the Red Sox and the Yankees with a bunch of dudes you've never heard of. Rays fans are underappreciated. The Texas Rangers. Rangers fans have been through it. They came so close to a World Series in 2011 with Josh Hamilton, and the trauma from David Freese lives deep in their bones.
Oh, yeah.
They finally got the ring in
Hey, Ralph.
2023.
Yo!
It felt like decades of pain
I'm
got
texting
flushed
you
out
something
in
right
one
now.
shot.
Yeah.
Carlos Garcia
You were talking
loves
about the
to pin
Braves, and I
home
just thought
runs.
about it. I was
Seager is
like,
a
oh, yeah.
machine. Bochy is basically Gandalf for baseball.
I was
Globe
in the
Life Field
first
felt
row
soulless at
on
first,
the first
but
base
once the
side,
wins
right
came,
above the
it turned
midpoint of
into
the
a party.
dugout. in
Though they
third
will
deck
always
for
play.
that.
Yeah, it's great. I'm not gonna watch that.
In Dallas. Rangers fans have been loyal through a lot of winning years, and now they're being rewarded with a
1999,
pretty
Chad
good
Curtis
team.
walks it off in
The
Game
Toronto
3 of the
Blue
World
Jays.
Series.
Blue Jays fans are.
It's all right. That's one World Series I know for sure we weren't gonna win. But if you bring up 1996, I will drive over and drive my goddamn Blazer right through your front fucking door.
Like Holy Relics, and Jose Batista's bat flip was the
Good
best
luck.
moment of their lives. The new generation fully
You
bought
said
it.
about-
Fly Junior's their prince,
Goddamn
Bo is their
fucking
boy,
Jim
and when
Leyritz.
they're winning, Rogers Center turns into a dome of chaos. But they do get anxious. The team has found a way to blow some epic leads.
I'm surprised-
11 years old to really break through, but it might be broken.
What, in 99?
The Washington Nationals.
Yeah, I was 18.
They used to be the Expos, although I don't believe anyone from Montreal actually still cares about the Nationals. But Nationals fans are still high on one of the most poetic runs in baseball history. With Bryce Harper out the door, 2000.
That was a stupid run in 19 when they won it, the Nationals.
They got hot, won 5 elimination games, and stole the title from an insane Astros team. It was magic. But then, poof. Scherzer gone, Strasburg fell apart and retired.
You already said
Soto
about
got
Bochy.
traded. Now they're in a rebuild again, but it's looking promising. They've always had a
basically
weird
the Gandalf of
DC
baseball.
Part political, part picnic. It's not the most extreme baseball town.
It was
They're
in the,
mostly
the
over
Rangers
Bryce
segment.
Harper. Nationals Park still gets a decent crowd, but it feels more like a gathering than a battleground. The fan base is patient, optimistic, and hoping lightning can strike again soon. And if you enjoyed this video,
That's pretty.
check out
That's a
the
pretty good video. I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty good. That's pretty accurate on a lot of this stuff. That's funny. I gotta watch the I gotta watch the Giants one real quick because I missed that because I'm sure they're just gonna talk about it's just Barry Bonds. Dodgers one is probably pretty good too.
San Diego's baby now. But like many other fan bases, they think they have
This
some
point, you might as well just start from the beginning and watch them all.
Nah, I'm not gonna watch them all,
Knicks fans
but
have lived 3 full Dodgers. Giants fans have lived 3 full baseball lives in the last 15 years. They were tortured for decades, then suddenly became a dynasty out of nowhere. 2010, 2012, 2014, it was insane. Madison Bumgarner is Jesus Christ. Buster Posey is God. But they can also say they got to watch the greatest baseball player to ever live in his prime. They cherish every great player in their franchise history, past or present. Oracle Park goes toe-to-toe with PNC Park for the best setting in baseball. And personally, Oracle Park would get my vote. The Giants are one of baseball's most storied franchises, but they're often around 500 and in the middle of the pack in the NL West. The Seattle Mariners. Mariners fans are fueled almost entirely by pain. The franchise has more ruptured testicles than World Series appearances. They're the only franchise to never make
That's
the World
funny.
Series despite having the major league. Yeah, you know what? Things are
Which one?
all
Fucking going to sit this Dodgers.
They've watched the team
Oh,
throw
I gotta watch that.
Barry Bonds home run. They've watched the team throw money at washed-up stars, let pitching in the farm
The
system
bomb they gave up.
They envy the Dodgers and try not to talk about it. And the fan base is weird because a lot of them hate each other. The miserable ones despise the ones who are still able to enjoy life. But one thing they all can agree on is that Artie Moreno is the worst. The Los Angeles Dodgers. One of the only fan bases that will be like, yeah, you know what? Things are pretty good right now.
No
Dodgers
shit.
fans show up late, leave early to beat the traffic, and still expect 100 wins.
Nah,
They're a
it's
mix
this
of
video we're
diehards,
watching.
celebrities, and people who came for the vibes or just to make an Instagram post. The fan base is in heaven. They love the front office. They've got a stacked team every year,
How goes the
unlimited
FedEx?
budget, and are just overall used to getting whatever.
How goes
they
the
want.
FedEx?
They have too many legends to name. but
I've nearly quit the last twice in the last month.
Broadcaster Vin Scully. Chavez Ravine is both a baseball cathedral and an influencer photo shoot backdrop. The fans
I
expect
literally got
greatness,
talked out of it
demand
both times.
And if they don't get it, that's okay because they'll probably just sign the most expensive free agent that offseason anyway. Marlins.
quit?
Huh?
What's making you want to quit?
I hate getting up at 4 in the morning. I hate working for them now because they're going into the toilet really fast. We're in the middle of doing a ground and express integration. We're gonna have to start running a mini sort at the ramp starting in July. I'm just tired of it. I actually had a couple of job interviews in the last few weeks. One with a company working with Boeing on the becoming a ramp agent for their Dreamlifter operations. So I'm hoping that comes through and I get that job. But I'm trying to leave. I'm just tired of it. I think I'm just more tired of getting up at 3 in the morning. I'm just sick of that. Like, the actual job of doing what we do and unloading the planes is not terrible, but having to do all the other bullshit outside of that, yeah, I am mentally spent. So.
Rav, you're still watching, right?
Yeah.
I'm watching.
I was asking if Rav was still watching.
I think Rav died.
Rip Rav.
I was gonna say what you want about Logan Paul, the kick can wrestle. Like, he's pretty good at it.
Brandon, that was a good video. That was funny. That's pretty accurate on a lot of things, I would think.
Mariners fans are powered almost entirely by pain.
I love the Dodgers one. That was great. They're either going there for the atmosphere or an Instagram post. Yeah, that's
Yep.
a lot of quote unquote content creators.
If they don't get their way, that's okay because they'll probably just sign the most expensive free agent.
That's pretty accurate. That's pretty accurate. That's definitely pretty accurate. The Braves one. That's so funny. There's 2 laws in Atlanta: fuck the Phillies and fuck the Mets. God, that's too good. That's too good. That's good stuff.
Bristol, DC.
Yeah, I haven't been in here in a while.
Hello.
Hello.
Actually, Brandon, I'm not even going to see the Braves in Atlanta again for the 2nd straight year, but I am going to go see them in Boston, because we're going to see Braves and Red Sox in Fenway in about a month.
Nice. I'm waiting for ticket prices to go down a little bit so I can see the Mariners when they come to Texas in a couple weeks.
Good luck. You won a World Series in the last 5 years. You ain't getting tickets dropping. You might get lucky, though. If both teams are trash, then you probably will.
What's that?
I said if both teams are trash, you probably will. I don't even know what the standings are right now. I just know the Braves have had a shitty-ass start to the season, and it's annoying. How about Cincinnati putting up 3 touchdowns and a field goal on the Orioles today?
Yeah.
It gave up a safety, though. It was 24-2. I would have taken the under.
Well, see, if I want to see the Mariners, the problem is my options are Texas, which just won a World Series, or Houston, which just won 2 World Series, and they're assholes.
No, there's a third option. You're not going to like it. It's you're just going to have to fly to Seattle.
Okay.
Or if they're playing, you can fly to Arizona or fly to St. Louis if they're playing them in St. Louis. There you go. But it might negate the ticket prices, so it's just either way. Either way.
I think the offset there is a little bit uneven.
But think about it. You'll get out of Texas for a little bit, so then here you go.
Why would I want to do that?
I don't know. I was just throwing it out there.
That was not the right argument.
I mean, there's not a lot of good arguments here. I'm trying to tell you to fly somewhere to watch the Mariners play. That's usually not a good option. That's usually not a good option anyway.
Man, I gotta pay money to all to watch the Mariners.
I still laugh at the fact that looking at the Major League standings on ESPN, you see Texas Rangers, Seattle Mariners, Los Angeles Angels, Houston Astros, Athletics.
Yeah. really funny is there's only one team in the AL West that has a positive run differential.
Yeah, it's the Mariners. What the?
Yeah, that would be the Mariners. And we just went positive today. We started today with 0.
Actually, well, I saw a stat. It was crazy from last year that I think it was the Diamondbacks had the second best run differential last year and did not make the playoffs. Chew on that. Second best run differential in all of Major League Baseball failed to make the playoffs.
Right. Yeah, we are +5 because we won by 5 today.
The Braves are 8-13 with a -10. We're almost caught the Nationals, thank God.
I think I saw the White Sox have like a -30 run differential for the White Sox.
I wonder what their run differential will be, like minus like 250.
Oh my God, the Royals are at -25.
Royals are still loving the fact they won a World Series in the last like 15 years. They probably don't give a shit. Dude, the entire AL Central is trash.
The entire AL is trash. What do you mean?
I wouldn't say entire AL. I mean,
okay, except for the
well,
Yankees.
they're only 6 games above 500. Which I mean, again, it's still early. 20 games, you got 14 wins. Again, that's a 636 win percentage. If you have a 636 win percentage by the end of the year, you're gonna have like 115 wins.
They're the only ones that start with a 6 this early in the season in the AL.
Yeah, it's still early though. I mean,
Oh my
yeah, but look at the
God.
but look at the National League. You only have 2 teams with a 600 or better winning percentage either. So that kind of negates that argument anyway.
The Mariners.
We got a 700%.
Yeah, the Padres 714. You know.
The Mariners win percentage. I cannot.
Oh, I'm sorry. I misread that. There's 4 teams in the National League with a 600 or better win percentage. The Giants, the Dodgers, pretty much the entire NL West, even in the Diamondbacks almost have a 600 win percentage. That just looks weird seeing 13 and 9 and like, yeah, we got a 600 winning percentage. You're 4 games above 500. It's too early to start talking about that shit though.
No, I haven't even looking at standings.
That reminds me, I gotta update
This is actually the first time. Looking at run differential is the first time I've looked at standings in like a week.
I rarely look at the standings the first like month and a half of the season because you don't really need to look at them that much. But I got a few things I gotta do for my standings on high school teams and stuff that I do. Update these and 5 and 4. We're 4 and 5 because we suck. Oh, not 45, dumb shit. As much as I've had fun broadcasting baseball this season, I kind of can't wait for it to already be over. It's a fucking grind.
I'd love to get paid to watch baseball.
Well, I mean, I get paid technically to, broadcast high school baseball.
Baseball.
I mean, yeah, no, don't get me wrong. I thoroughly enjoy it. I'm glad I'm lucky enough to be able to get paid what I get paid to do high school sports. And don't get me wrong, I enjoy it. But, again, what time I have to get up in the morning to go to work. Like this past week, we had a tournament and our games were not ending until like 10:30.
Yeah.
So I had to go home, put my stuff away, get ready for bed. By then, I'm going to bed. It's almost 11:30, and I got to get up in less than 4 hours.
Yeah, that's true.
So
that's true,
yeah,
that's true.
so what I had to,
I forgot about you. I forgot about you having to get up really early.
yeah, I had to get up at like what my fiance says, ass o'clock. I mean, again, as I've said many times, I choose to do it, and I do get paid to do it. I don't have to do these games, so.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, FedEx was trying to send me out of town for 3 weeks. I basically threatened to quit because I didn't want to do it. One, I didn't want to go to Greensboro, North Carolina for 3 weeks to do training. That I told them many times I did not want to do that in the spring. I would do it in the summer, and they basically tried to send me. And I said, well, I'll just quit. And they backed out and said, okay, never mind, just stay here. Yeah, that's what I thought, bitch. I mean, I've got 2 more weeks in the regular season, and then we have playoffs, which I don't know how deep a run we will make in the playoffs. I think we can win our first round matchup, depending on who we play. It'll always be bittersweet. Like when the last game is done, it's always kind of sad. 'Cause how many games have I done right now? I think I've done. Let's see. We've played. What is our record right now? That's a really good question. That's a really good question. I mean, we're better than we were last year, because last year we weren't very good. We are a grand total of... We are 14 and 6, so we've played 20 games. I've missed 2, so I've broadcasted 18 games since basically March, 5th.
You guys are like the number 2 team in the state, right?
One poll had us ranked in the top 5. I thought the rankings were a little... Honestly, I think we realistically should have been more like 10th. Maybe a little bit lower than that, but we got swept by James Island. But James Island beats the shit out of everybody.
James Island's like the best team.
They are ridiculous. They are. So a lot of the local state people were looking at the series we had with them a couple weeks ago. Like this was the biggest the series of the week, and this is how our series started. Game 1. Now we had our Monday pitcher, which is supposedly our number 1. I don't think he's our number 1, but he could be like a 1A. This is how our series started. Hit batsman, strikeout, walk, another hit batsman, grand slam. 5 batters into the game, we're down 4-0 in game 1. Was like, oh shit. We made it 4-2. Then they end up run ruling us in the 6th. We played them in game 2. We lost 10-0. Game 3, we actually had a shot to win. We were trailing 2-0, then tied it. But then they scored 4 on us in the top of the 7th in the last game, and we ended up losing 6-2. They have not lost a game in region yet. I think they've only lost 3 games total. They're really good. They hit the shit out of the baseball. They slug. I think they hit 4 home runs against us in our week-long series. One guy hit 2 in the same game. So I would be shocked if they did not win the state title this year in South Carolina in 5A. Right now they're 17-3.
I think the high school I went to is number 3 for our size.
Mm-hmm.
5 class in the state. I think they have their last week of regular season right now. They're about to go into playoffs.
Mm.
Yeah, high school I went to is number 1 for a while. But that was a few years ago.
We got a kid on our team who is a junior. He's committed to one of the local schools here at College of Charleston, which has a pretty good baseball program. Right now, he is currently batting like .445 with a 14-game hitting streak.
Yeah, we have a kid who's a commit to UL Monroe. He was a commit to UT as a freshman, and then UT Texas. They had the coaching changes, and so he decommitted to ULM. And And then we've got a sophomore who he gets. I think he's throwing like low 90s as a sophomore, and he's getting talks from like Baylor and A&M.
You know, it's. I was talking to this with a coach, and I was even mentioning this in my broadcast. So when, I mean, obviously, I would say in this group, I'm the oldest because, you know, I graduated 2000. Rich, you graduated high school when? Like 2006, something like that?
Yeah, I was in 06, yeah.
06. So, you know, when we played high school baseball, you probably had a handful of guys that were touching. Now, again, I'm just talking about the state of South Carolina. Maybe in other places it might have been different. But, you know,
Florida, so.
25 years, okay, Florida might be a little different, but 25 years ago, if you had a guy throwing like 85, that was probably bringing it. You didn't have a lot of guys that were throwing 90, 92 or 93.
When I was in my junior year, I faced a guy that threw 96.
Yeah. So I'm
Went to
probably
the Nationals in the draft.
yeah. So like I said, it was probably a little different
He didn't
around
go
here.
Anywhere,
Yeah.
But he got drafted by the Nationals.
Yeah.
His name was Colton Willems. Look him up. But faced against him. But the average guys that I played against, anywhere from 3A, and then I also played, you know, I played 3A all the way up to 5A. The average that you would show would probably be about 86 to 87.
Okay. So you have the one
Oh my God!
and you probably have the one anomaly guy who threw like low 90s, mid 90s. Like Somerville had a guy like that too here and stuff like that. So looking at high school sports now, it's almost like the major leagues where, remember back 30 years ago, if you threw, 95 to 99, you were considered bringing it. That seems to be average now. It's the same thing in high school sports. Like, I see guys throwing low 90s. Like, almost every team has one or two guys that does that, which to me in high school is insane. So,
Yeah, usually when I see it, they're like.
I'm sorry.
junior-
Hold on. Are you seeing this, Dalton?
Yeah.
Oh my God, bro! What? I don't mean to interrupt you guys.
No,
but
it's
Becky
okay.
Lynch just returned, and that's wild. But yeah, no, you're fully right. I mean, yeah, in high school, I mean that it's seeing over 90 is back when we played. Rarely ever.
yes.
Couple of guys, but they'd be phenoms.
Yes.
What are the guys now throwing?
I see low 90s almost every series from one guy that we face. Every
Right.
and it's crazy. It's insane, and it's just like, wow, they make this look like it's nothing, and it's effortless.
Yeah, see,
It's all the velocity training, dude. It's all the cans
Yeah,
that
well,
these
I've
people
seen-
have put together and stuff.
Yeah, I've seen like 90s and stuff from like juniors and seniors, but this kid was, it blew my mind when his dad. I was talking to his dad, 'cause I bowled with his dad, and he was telling me that he's touching the 90s as a freshman. I'm like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's crazy.
When I played baseball, my dad was never said throw it hard. He said throw it to the glove. Get this ball. Don't have
Well,
to-
if you hit location, you can still get people out. I mean, that hasn't changed in baseball.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think one of the problems you see nowadays with all the Tommy John surgeries is everyone's throwing 100% every single pitch. They're throwing as hard as they can every single pitch, no matter fastball, curveballs, changeup, slider, whatever. I mean, that's how you shred your arm, is going max effort on every pitch. Now, again, a lot of these guys, it seems like you have to do that just to get to the show and just hope your arm holds up.
Yeah, see, like
Long term, it's just
so-
not good.
Yeah, so like that kid I was telling you about, his dad said that he's on a dad imposed pitch count because of to save his elbow, to save his arm. So he
Oh,
no matter
come on.
no matter what cannot go over like
Come
60
on.
pitches, 60, 65 pitches, something like that. And that's like his dad told the coach like nothing past this.
That's a little surprising, but I could get it.
They're both hot.
Come on, Becky! Come on,
Like, he's-
Becky!
Like he's a sophomore, so he's got 2 years before he's even got college. So there's no sense no sense losing a year for Tommy John trying to go balls to the wall, especially when we're a fucking like for our size, we're a stacked team.
I mean, I barely threw 80 miles an hour, and I was going to have Tommy John. I mean, it doesn't matter how hard you throw. It's just a lot of it's mechanics, and just sometimes it's just the way your body is.
Yeah.
Because I tore something pitching in a men's league game in 2003, and to this day, it's still one of the most painful things that ever happened to me. But again, I may have touched 80 like twice on a good day when I was downwind. But yeah, it's just crazy. You see like high schoolers, like it's just tons of them. And we got a guy who throws low 90s for us, and he's our third pitcher. He probably should be our number one, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, this kid's our number one, but our number twos and threes are no slouches. I mean,
Yeah.
like our size class, we're like the very top of what the state considers small school. We have just under 1,000 kids.
Well, one thing they have nowadays that they didn't have when I played high school baseball was pitch limits, pitching limits. So you can't throw more than 110. You can't start another batter after 110 pitches. Back when I played, God, I feel like I sound like the old man. Get off my lawn. Is you couldn't throw a certain amount of innings per week, and now it's pitches. Like if you throw 110 pitches, you have to have 5 days rest minimum. You can't do 3 days rest, which I pitched on 2 or 3 times in my high school career.
I think Texas is 90 tops. Like you have to be pulled after 90.
Wow. Like you can go over 110. You just couldn't start another batter.
Yeah, same thing here. Like, if you hit 90 on that batter, that's your last batter.
Yeah.
I could be wrong on that. It may be like 95. I'm pretty sure it's 90 though.
90 seems kind of low for high school. Maybe JV or B team, but varsity, that seems a little low. But then again, it might just be South Carolina. We just don't give a shit.
I'm excited for a playoff run. We've got state title, state semifinal, or no, state quarterfinal last year.
I can't believe I've been doing this broadcasting thing for 2 years now. This is my 3rd season doing baseball. It's crazy. The coaches and the staff love it. Go ahead.
What sucks is for the championship week or whatever, because we have 6 A's, and now each A has 2 splits to them. So all of them go to the Dell Diamond, which is the Round Rock Express, which is AAA for the Rangers, their stadium. Except for 4A, which is the highest class that my school's in. We go to, I guess Round Rock needs the field or something like that day, so we get stuck with UT. It's like, I want to go to the Dell Diamond. I'd much rather go to the Dell Diamond than fucking UT. Dell Diamond's awesome. God, the state title we won 2 years ago, we went the semifinal. We went 12 innings.
Good
and then
Lord.
The final we went 12 innings. And these were back-to-back days, by the way. There was no break between them. It was semifinal, and the next day was your final game.
Oh God.
Yeah. So they did 24 innings in 24 hours.
No.
We ended up winning on a bases loaded walk-off walk with a full count.
I would hate that. That would suck so bad.
I felt bad. I felt bad for the pitcher of the team we were playing, because like the shittiest way to lose the game. But
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
it was like a close pitch too. Like the umpire had been kind of iffy all day, and he was really delayed on his strike calls.
Mm-hmm.
So like it was a borderline pitch. All of us had to like wait a second before we actually started.
I hate guys like that, especially when I'm doing the broadcast. It's like you hear the pitch, it's like wait. Got it. Okay, cool.
Just call it as it crosses the plate. Come on.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Come on, Becky.
I'm supposed to have somebody help me this fall. He's going to be my color commentary guy. That'll be pretty cool. Hopefully.
Huh?
He said supposed to have some help. He said
Me
supposed
or
to
your
have help
other-
with the ball.
Oh, so I think he's responding to what somebody else said.
No, I was talking about what you said. What did you say, Ralph?
Oh, I was just saying, I hope this fall, I'm supposed to have somebody who's going to help me with color commentary, like for football, like be my analyst guy.
That'll be fun. You doing the same radio broadcast?
Oh yeah, same channel, same everything. Yeah, nothing's changed. It's third season doing it, and I mean, we're going to be terrible in football this year, though. It's going to suck. Our team has been pillaged.
Y'all have open transfers?
Yes, it's absolutely the wild. It is the wild fucking west right now out here.
Yeah, that is a huge no-no here.
Our all-state running back, probably one of the best running backs in the 5A level, just transferred to one of our rivals. Our best wide receiver on our team transferred to the same rival. And one of our better linebackers just transferred to another school. And it's like, are we doing shit about this? So I'm not looking forward to football.
Float on breeze.
Would they do go to Stratford or what?
No, Ashley Ridge. Two of them went to Ashley Ridge. One went to Oceanside, which Oceanside's a 3A school. At least it's not Somerville, but because fuck Somerville. But they went to Ashley Ridge, so. And they're going to be pretty. They're good. They're good. They got a really good quarterback.
I was gonna say I remember they didn't used to be good.
No. Well, I mean, they're still a relatively young school. They've been around since 2009, 8, 9, something like that. So they're still relatively young. But they got great facilities. I mean, they have a fantastic facilities out there, and their coach is really good.
Their baseball field was always really cool.
Yeah, their baseball field's phenomenal. Yeah. Every year I go out there to do a game.
I really like their baseball field.
I do too. Their head coach, he always tries to get me to come out and do stuff for them because he was an assistant my senior year at Fort, so he always tries to get me to want to do stuff for him, and I always tell him like, so
Sorry.
no, it's all good, no worries.
Let's go.
You're talking to me in the middle of WrestleMania. Who's doing your color commentary?
So I have a guy he does football. He used to be a football coach. He's actually the brother-in-law of a good friend of mine. When we were on our way to the Masters, we were talking about the broadcast, and he's like, if you're looking for a guy, I can do it. I was like, well, why didn't you message me sooner, asshole? So, right now I still don't have anybody do baseball. I only have football. So, that's my next adventure, is to get somebody maybe to do baseball. It's a little bit more, I mean, pitchers are coming in so fast that there's not a whole lot of time in between pitches, but football is, I said, slightly more downtime. I don't know. It's kind of hit and miss.
Yeah, so here you can transfer, but it has to be for non-athletic purposes, which, I mean, it's pretty circumvented, but still, it's the rule. No recruiting whatsoever. If you're caught, it's a 2-year playoff ban, and the head coach or whoever's responsible is suspended. And then same thing with and then if you do transfer for athletic reasons, you have to sit a year.
Hey, I'll fix the combat. Here it is. Foul straight back.
He's 38.
Turned on one hit.
Who?
Becky.
Yeah. She's married to Seth Rollins. Has a kid with him.
So yeah, that moving around, recruiting, all that. That's a huge no-no here.
You can get away with whatever you want, pretty much here, within reason, I guess.
Pitcher, fastball changeup, more loose. The outside corner this time.
Yeah, it's like there was one a couple years ago. And it's also the same thing within the districts that have multiple high schools in the same district. It's also the same thing. You can't just move around to different schools.
You gotta get a yeet shirt. Gotta get a yeet
So-
shirt. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta get a yeet shirt.
Yeet!
So this was in San Marcos, which is in between Austin and San Antonio.
Yeah.
And
What'd you say?
I'm gonna give me some orange yeet shades.
Get some orange shades. Yeah. Fuck yeah.
they had a kid that was or they had like 5 kids or something like that were at some
That
like
blue is kind of sick.
quote unquote satellite high school.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess the head coach is trying to get them to recruit them to go to the main San Marcos high school. And one of the kids' mom ended up turning in the text to the sanctioning
Oops.
body.
Fuck. You can get the Intercontinental belt for $367. It's on sale.
Get 2 of them.
What is that belt?
Which one?
That
This one?
Yeah.
It's a $1 million belt. $1 million championship. The Rock Bomber Bowl.
So, Ralph,
Yo.
my particular school, we've been a master at getting this. Is what we end up doing is if there's a kid that really wants to move here,
Yeah.
whether I'm sure that there's actual motive with the kid or whatever, or it might just have to work out this way. I don't know, whatever. We just hire the kid's dad as a coach.
Half my rent.
That's fucking sick, dude. That's so sick, though. That's so sick.
Because if you hire the kid's dad as a coach, then it's no different than
That's-
if you
that-
change to a different job.
That's
so therefore
crazy.
It's approved. 'Cause,
Spinner belt
you're-
on there.
Yeah, so your argument is that you're
Spinner belt?
moving because
Yeah.
I thought I
your
saw it.
argument
I
is
saw it here.
you're moving because your parents have a job, not because of athletic
Here
purposes.
somewhere. Maybe it's not.
So people do it. You pretty much have to try to get caught, but it's technically in the rule book. You're not allowed to do any of that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the Wild West here. It kind of sucks.
They gotta have the spinner belt. Raw inspected spinner belt championship replica side plates.
Oh, there he is.
Side plates. Oh, there you go. You get the fucking team belts too. Oh fuck yeah, dude. Yankees legacy title belt. That's fucking Florida Gators. Oh shit.
You're done.
They got the Panthers. If they got the
Oh.
Panthers on here, I'm buying one. Hold on.
Oh,
Do they have
Ralph, you're
PSG?
streaming?
I'm buying one.
Yeah.
If we get to World Se- if we get to the
Oh,
series.
okay.
It's been I know it's.
Bro, you need to say
Yeah.
that.
I've been.
You need to say that.
Please, yeah. My all 1 watt viewer is just gonna be.
That's it. That's it, boys.
4 payments of $139. That's all it is.
Oh my. Ah! Stockholm! Stockholm!
Rich just died. I know it's been a hot minute since I've streamed. It's been like a month.
Hold on. I may have to mute. Stone Cold's coming out. I'm sorry. I'll be back. Please be on an ATV. For God's sake, be on an ATV.
Yeah, I'd say Brandon. I'd say that team's pretty good.
number 3 in our size rank. Pretty much everything, most everyone above that La Vega game on Tuesday the 25th. March 25th. Everything before that is pretty much schools same size or bigger than us, significantly bigger than us.
Yeah.
And then everything after that, except for the Salina game on April 12th, is district play. The Salina game was number 5 in the state in our size rank.
Yeah.
Did he run into the screen with his ATV?
It's Stone Cold. He can do whatever he wants. What? 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 Throw him a beer.
I kind of want that shirt. I'm not gonna lie to you. Got some PBR? Is that PBR?
Yeah.
Steve Weiser.
I
Oh,
can't.
he's got the Steve Weiser.
Yeah,
That's
those.
right.
Yeah, those. Yeah, those aren't. Yeah. Good lord.
I thought I saw the blue ribbon on there too, Rich.
Yeah, I thought so too for a second. It looked like the old Coors Light can, light colored can as well, or the Coors
Yeah,
can.
he's got his own beer. He
Yeah.
has his own beer now.
I'd have to go wrestle in this ring afterwards. Why not? It smells like beer.
That's funny. Right as you asked that question, the announcer just said, "Why not?" Right at that moment.
I was trying to figure out who the Discord is.
That was great. That was great. They're gonna wrestle in this. They're gonna wrestle in this arena. And the guy's like, "Why not?" How old is he now?
I think he probably just went over to that woman and told them, I'd said, bring them backstage or something like that. Because he basically just crashed right into the barrier right in front of her. He's probably scared the shit out of her.
He's gonna be winded after that long ass walk. The fact that Michael Cole is still around is just like, what?
What a time to be alive.
Oh, get it. Yes, sir. Get it, Pat.
Jesus.
Pat McAfee's turned out to have a pretty good career post the NFL.
Dude,
Yeah, no.
McAfee is the greatest acquisition for WWE in the last 10 years.
Greatest ESPN acquisition.
Guy's single-handedly keeping ESPN alive.
Holy shit, here we go.
I still love that video of the kid dropping the F-bomb on his channel. Oh yeah, and fuck Boston Connor.
Remember you got the LSU. Remember last year you got the LSU fans going at College Game Day.
Oh, that was the best troll ever.
Eat that.
Give me Alabama.
No, the other one where he's like, where he goes, oh, suck that tiger dick, bitch. He goes, oh.
I remember when they were in Eugene, Oregon, and they were going over their picks, and they started off with the Washington Huskies versus Indiana. Of course, the Oregon fans love that, so they were like, "Fuck the Huskies," and so Pat went over to the guest picker. They were like, "Are they saying good luck Huskies?" The guest picker was like, "No, they're saying huck the Fuskies in the right."
Huck the Fuskies. Oh.
All right, now back to what I was looking at here.
Oh.
Oh, they got a Vegas Golden Knights one. They got every team. They have to have every team.
They're having Angels one.
I love the fact that I just passed right through my descent point. Because I wasn't paying attention.
Comes in a carrying case too.
So if they get those playoffs, they got back.
Just gonna do a quick little 180 and get
That's
her with
so
me.
sick, dude.
Completely blew through my descent point, so we're just gonna do a quick little 360 and try to descend. Nothing to see here. I was wondering when I was going to start descending. I completely forgot. It's 2 now, bitch. Thanks, Brandon. Yeah, well, what you don't see is I completely just overflew my descent point. Like, big time. Like, I completely blew through my top of descent. So I'm doing a quick little 360 to try to figure it out. To descend. I was sitting there talking with you guys. I completely forgot. I was like, man, I'm getting kind of close. And I was like, oh, I'm like 10,000 feet above my, where I need to be. Fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen from the flight deck, y'all didn't see shit. I don't even know what the bottom altitude of this thing is. I guess 6,000? I have no idea. Yeah, I know. Their brakes are extended. Fully aware. Thank you. Oh, they're offline now too? Fantastic. Yeah, everything's offline again. Oh, my track looks really funny. I don't even know what the weather is there. $300. $6,000 at the bottom altitude. Alright, looks like we finally Alright, cool. Finally back on slope and everything. Oops. Supposed to descend like 60 miles ago. What happened was and nobody's online too. That's depressing. What is their CTAF frequency? $122.95. Is that what I'm supposed to use? I hate the fact that my radio panel doesn't work with this plane. LAX right there. So I got the glide slope. Or I'm catching the localizer. Oh, that looks sick.
$2,500.
One, two, 0.15. LA Tower, Delta 1206 Heavy, ILS 24 right.
Delta 1206 Heavy traffic departing the parallel runway, winds 240 at 14. Runway 24 right, clear to land.
24 right, clear to land, Delta 1206 Heavy.
LA Tower, good day, United 476, 10 miles per hour, LS 25 left. United 476, LA Tower, wind 240 at 14, runway 25 left, clear to land. Clear to land 25 left, United 476.
$1,000.
Whoa. Oh, this thing. This is the first time I've ever landed it. She is sensitive.
Delta Tower, Delta 1860 with Victor, ready for taxi. Delta 1860, thank you for Victor, runway 24 left, taxi via Echo. 24 left via Echo, Delta 1860.
500. 400.
Damn, she's sensitive.
300. 200. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, retard. 10, 5. Auto brake off.
Delta 1206, Heavy, welcome to Los Angeles, sir. Across runway 24 left, taxi to gate via Echo.
All right, crossing 24 left, gate via Echo, Delta 1206 Heavy.
Delta 1860, traffic crossing downfield, runway 24 left, line of point.
24 left, line up lane, Delta 1860.
That's pretty good. Landing rate of 194, not bad. I'll take that. I love how we got ATC for like 30 seconds. love this automated system. It's so cool. Nice. That was fun. Nice. Well, it was fun. It's good to be flying again. So, I'll catch you guys later.